Shalom, Royal Family. The class you are about to hear is taught by the Honorable Yahweh, Beit Nun Sophie Yahweh, many years ago. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Visit us at www.yahweh144000.com. Also, Royal Family, you can enroll in classes designed for the Godhead at www.universityofyahweh.org. And also, Royal Family and friends, we want to share with you Yahweh's Keys to Riches. And on that YouTube channel, you can listen to Yahweh's daily word and keep up with the correct solar time each and every day. We'd like to see you there as well. Go to Yahweh's Keys to Riches. It's in the description below so that you can join us there as well. Remember, when you get there, just like here, remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channels. All right, Royal Family, we look forward to seeing you there as well. Enjoy.
Welcome to International Headquarters for the Nation of Yahweh. Welcome to be among the tribe of Judah, chosen to be the ruler forever. Welcome to Feast of Weeks, where the feast of the Lord Yahweh is truly going on. We're discovering this week for sure that many lessons are being exhibited here at the Feast of Weeks, which benefit each one of us, which comprise the nation of Israel, the nation of Yahweh, the tribe of Judah, chosen to be the rulers forever. Again, I repeat, we must understand the spiritual wealth that comes from the harvest of the Feast of Weeks. And we're getting quite a harvest, quite a feast from the harvest of the Feast of Weeks. What a blessing. We plant our crops looking for a reward, which comes from Yahweh, the Creator. But we must also plan our planting. If you plant on the wrong side of the moon, there are some crops that just won't bear fruit. That proves that there's a science involved in planting. That proves that you're not independent of Yahweh's creation when planting. And it proves that one part of his creation has something to do with the other, especially when the moon is about 240,000 miles away, and yet it affects what will grow when planted in relationship to the earth. You would think that anytime you want to put it in the ground, it'll just germinate and come forth. But there's a law that expresses that phenomenon of you must plant in accordance with the moon, proving indeed there is a time and a season for all things. Ecclesiastes 3:1. So what I'm saying, I'm proving. We must plan our planting and plant according to the plan established by Yahweh himself. Ecclesiastes 3:1. Read.
To everything there is a season and a time, to every purpose under the heaven.
Now somewhere here there's a time to plant. Verse 2. Read.
A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
You can't wait and pluck up the crop when you want to. If you pluck it too early, it will be no good. And if you pluck it up too late, it will be no good. There's a time for you to pluck up that which has been planted. The only way that you can know the time is study. What time is it? At this point, the time is Feast of Weeks. And we learned this week that the Feast of Weeks admonishes us to remember. Remember something at a particular time in the past. And that which we remember in the past affects us directly in the present and will have an absolute bearing on our destiny for the future. The people who do not study the time are going to be caught unaware. The people who remember will go back in their mind and not forget Noah. And will not forget what happened in the days of Noah that caused that great flood. Something happened that caused the great flood to take place.
Yes, sir.
And men had everything to do with that. What about men had something to do with it? Their mind, their state of mind. Their state of mind had a direct bearing on their future. Let's go back in Genesis and see what it was. Let's remember. Genesis chapter 6. Let's go see what it is in the past. Let's remember. Because I said it has a bearing on our present and a direct bearing on our destiny in the future. Feast of Weeks is about remembering. If we want to reap an abundant harvest, the only way you can reap an abundant harvest is be here or be present when the harvest is right. If you're there too early, it won't do you any good. And if you're there too late, it won't do you any good. You have to be there at the time appointed.
That's right. That's right.
And if you have not studied the laws of Yahweh, you won't know what time it is. Let's see what took place. Verse 6, 5. Verse 5 is what happened. Read.
And God Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
Remember, that happened. Now let's see what the consequence was, what the immediate effect was. Read the next verse. Read.
And it repented the Lord Yahweh that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart.
Now, who would ever dream Yahweh would be repentant for doing something? It had to be very serious for Yahweh, the Creator, to be repentant for something he had done. That's something we need to remember. The Creator, who knows all things, is repentant about something he created. That's not like saying he didn't know what he was doing. That's not saying that he didn't know the possibility existed that man would do such a thing as this. That's not saying that he did not understand that he had created man in his own mind image with free will to choose. But it is saying it grieved Yahweh that his creation would choose to listen to someone other than himself. He created man to follow after his own mind image. And here is man thinking the opposite. Look what caused grief to Yahweh, the Creator. Good or evil? Evil. That's not to say that evil came about independent of Yahweh. Isaiah 45. Isaiah 45, 7. Let's don't accuse Yahweh not knowing what he was doing. Let's remember these things. Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7. Let's don't say evil sprung up on its own. Read.
Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things.
Here is Yahweh, the Creator, who established bipolar opposites. Here is Yahweh, the Creator, who established antithesis. Opposites. Then he created man in his image, and man is following other than what he created him for. And it grieved Yahweh. Not because he didn't know evil was present, because he created evil. Not that Yahweh is imperfect in his thinking in the creation of man, but let us remember that there are a lot of lessons to be remembered here. And the Feast of Weeks wants us to remember. It's designed to cause us to reflect back from the beginning until this day to see if we want to experience what the people experienced in the day of Noah or not. Now, Yahweh doesn't have to take what you put down. I want you to remember that. I'm going to bring back to your remembrance that he doesn't have to take you thinking evil continually. But what's beautiful is he gives you the opportunity to choose. Yahweh's joy is when you make the right choice, the good choice, the perfect choice, the choice of integrity, the upright choice, the rectitudinal choice, the virtuous and chaste choice that excites Yahweh. Maybe the grief was about the fact that he created someone in his image, and this that he created choose to worship other than his creator. Now the grief is not about the imperfection of man, because it is your own imperfection that you choose. See, it's a choice now. Eve chose to listen to Lucifer. Adam chose to listen to Eve. And Yahweh didn't have to endure that, so he did a little punishing for it. Now that was the first sign. People in the days of Noah forgot about, they didn't remember, so they didn't have Feast of Weeks then. Yahweh has established Feast of Weeks for us so that we can remember and we don't have to be in the exact altogether position that the people of Noah was in. So I'm come to tell the world, let's remember now, let's go back. It just grieved Yahweh in a way that I'm going to have to kill all you fools. You don't have to die, but it grieves me that you choose death rather than life. As beautiful as life is. Deuteronomy 30:19. I set before you a choice. Verse 19 tells you what would make Yahweh happy. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live.
That's what was put before people in the day of Noah. This information, that's what Noah's preaching was about, was to try to get the people to take notice of what Yahweh was saying. Notice, listen. Stop what you're doing and listen. The people wouldn't stop what they were doing. Said they were thinking evil continually. They would never give evil a break from their mind to even consider good. That was the grief. If they would just stop for a few minutes and just consider good, they wouldn't pay Yahweh any attention at all, not even for a second, out of the mind altogether. That's what grieved Yahweh. That's what made Yahweh repent. You mean to tell me Satan can lay a trick on you so all-pervasive that you'll give him your whole attention? Satan never said he made you or created you. Satan has never taken that credit. He's never said it, even to this day. He'd rather say you come from a monkey than to say, play and pretend that he had anything to do with making you. He'd rather say you evolved from a lower species as opposed to being created from a higher divine mind. But he never takes any credit for making you crazy like you are. So we're back in Genesis 6. evil of man was not beyond the sight of Yahweh. I want you to remember that. It may look like the evil of America is unnoticed by Yahweh. I'm here to tell you that as Yahweh saw the evil that man was thinking continually in the past, he sees it today. I'm right here looking at it. And it grieves me right now, just as it did then. Because I'm going to have to do the same thing all over again. Notice what the problem was. It wasn't with the body of a man, it was with his thinking. It says that every imagination of the thoughts of his mind was evil continually. He was in total opposition to all that Yahweh stood for. And if you go out in the streets right now, in this city and other cities, and say, you look at my people, you would think they never heard the name Yahweh. And yet, they can pronounce it as well as you. There's some folk out there that can enunciate the name better than some in here. A lot of people have studied the name and have nothing to do with it. Admit that the name is all powerful and yet have nothing to do with it. And yet we walk the streets of America, knocking on the doors of America. And I didn't take a chance on my elders doing it in other cities. I went across the country and did it myself. I made sure, and then I rode around all in the city, made sure we were all up and down the blocks, everywhere. And we were. We walked America through danger, through the fire, with bullets zinging around our heads. People having shootouts like Wild West at the old corral. High noon. And they repeated the name Yahweh 2 years in a row. And know the name right now. And yet they act like they never heard it. Like it has no meaning or bearing upon existence. I want you to remember, it was like this once before. Let's go on down in verse 7 and see if Yahweh is helpless against this condition. Verse 7, read.
Genesis chapter 6, verse 7. And the Lord Yahweh said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repenteth me that I have made them.
Why was he upset with the animals? They can't think like man. It's because evil men corrupt animals. I've watched them today. They turn animals against their own nature. Women lay with dogs just like they do a man. I have pictures of them doing it. I'm talking about turn a dog all the way around. It's listed in the book, bestiality. Well, see, Yahweh has laws about that. What good is an animal that has given up his nature? That his whole purpose for creating his own, recreating and reproducing his own kind is completely destroyed. Oh, it's no need to sitting in this room pretending this stuff isn't going on. I'm telling you, it's definitely going on. And it was going on then. That's why Yahweh made a move to destroy animal and man. I will destroy man, whom I have created. I will destroy my own creation. You're really upset when you make something and decide to break it up, destroy it. Especially when you made something for your pleasure. See, when you create something for your pleasure and it goes against the purpose for which you created it, that's painful. There's no satisfaction in that. You better remember this. As you sit around me making crazy choices, that's what some of you still do. After all these teachings, you still have evil thoughts in your mind continually. Put on white head wraps, white shoes, white stockings, everything under that white. Mind ugly. Remember, this upset Yahweh in the past, and I'm saying it has a direct bearing on your present and deals with the destiny of your future. I'm going to prove my case in a minute. I know some of you already know the proof, but I'm going to prove it anyway. First, I want you to remember, get this picture in your head. How many admit that when you walk down the street of any city, you see men with evil thoughts continually? They call going to do evil fun, nightclub. Let's go out of our minds tonight and sit in the dark. Let's go way back in the back, as far away from light as we can get. And let's have some fun doing evil. And they invite all good thinking people to come and go with them. I'm going out of my mind tonight. Why don't you come and go out of your mind with me? It's fun going out of your mind. Let's go have a good time out of our minds and pay out your wealth to go do evil continually. Remember that. In this remembrance, one more verse tells us what's most important out of this. Read. Verse 8.
Genesis chapter 6, verse 8. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord Yahweh.
Noah found grace. Though Yahweh said, I'm going to destroy man who I created, yet there was one that found grace. Remember that. Even in the darkest hour, there was a little light shining. It was the little one, but it was shining. Shining in Noah. Remember now, what was shining in Noah was perfection. Noah was perfect. Well, let's go on to the next verse and see if you want to be saved today, what it took for Noah to be saved yesterday. Read.
Genesis 6, verse 9. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations, and Noah walked with God, Yahweh.
Noah knew who he was serving. He was walking with Yahweh. In order to walk, you have to be upright. Noah was a moral man. These are definitions of morality. Remember now, the same water that was used to destroy the people who were evil was used to save and carry Noah to safety. Remember that though the whole world was thinking evil continually, one man made Yahweh proud enough that he found grace in Yahweh's eyes, showing us that we can find grace in Yahweh's eyes. And Noah showed us the way. He didn't talk the way, he lived perfect. Noah, though everybody was cheating in the business, Noah gave out a just way. He refused to cheat anybody to make money. He was a just man. And while the rest of the world was walking with Satan, he walked with Yahweh. While the whole world had a mind of evil, he chose to not follow the world, but remain true to his creator. Now, I don't care what the world may say. I don't care what the world may do. I'm sticking with my Father, Yahweh. I'm going to do his work. I'm not influenced by the opinion of others. Noah was independent. Praise Yahweh. Noah had this thing down to the T.